The Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu has released a report looking at the levels of child poverty and child support programs. It comes after the department commissioned the University of Cape Town in 2020 to review the policy. My colleague Ziyanda Ngcobo has more.
Of the 20 million children living in South Africa, just over 13 million of them receive the child support grant every month. But more than half of those recipients remain the food poverty line, which means they simply don't have enough to survive. The grant was pegged at 663 rand per person in 2022.
Who are these children we're talking about? Who are these 8 million children who are hungry? They are mostly African children. So this is indirect discrimination on the basis of race. They're mostly in the former homelands. Still that legacy of apartheid around spatial discrimination. A growing group of urban-based children as well, big informal settlements, particularly your under ones. You'll see Gauteng and the Western Cape lagging on the uptake for the under ones. And almost all these children are in the care of women, so indirect discrimination on the basis of women.
The report, compiled by the UCT Children's Institute, has outlined just how much is needed to rectify the situation.
Increasing the child support grant to the food poverty line. Remember, with the child support grant, we already have a budget of 77 billion rand. So the differences would be the extra ask, and that would be 23 billion to increase the child support grant to the food poverty line. Who it would reach, in addition to all of these children, because it's so well targeted, it already reaches large numbers of women who are unemployed.
The research has also reflected on the positive redistributive effects of the grant, which responds to the skepticism around what the economic benefits of spending tens of billions yearly on the social support program.
Grants do play a critical economic role in our society. I mean, just think 16% of what you disperse as grants comes back as VAT, right? At a minimum, excluding petrol and everything else that people consume. And
Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu says whilst there's a political will to implement such reports, a much more comprehensive approach is needed.
The political willingness without the administrative support, and the administrative support that does not work because they have to get salaries. They work because they understand the state of the people. They understand the challenges that are being faced by our people. If you don't have people in your office or in a department that do not put themselves in the shoes of those who are not as privileged as they are, then you don't belong to the department.
And a parting shot for those in charge of the public purse.
The elephant in the room, do we have the money? That is debatable depending on your economic ideology.
For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Gauteng.